Hey there, welcome to Live by Design. This is a place where I hope you'll find content that is informative, inspiring, and insightful. I'm your host, Muadi. I am an authentic lifestyle expert and a life coach, and today is Monday, February 8th, 2016. How are you? How's it going? I hope you are doing well. It's been a while since we've shared this space together, and I'm glad to be here. I'm a little casually dressed today. I taught the 6 a.m. yoga class at Bikram Yoga, Ivy City here in DC. And then I went and worked out, had a little breakfast at Mom's Organic Market. It was delicious. And I'm here now. I was not expecting to record this morning, but I had a thought that I just wanted to share and get out with you. So I thought, hey, why not? So excuse my casual attire, but hopefully the message will allow you to forgive me for being slightly underdressed. So today is the day after. It's the day after the big game, the Super Bowl, and I didn't watch the game. I'm not a sports fan by any stretch of the imagination. And I worked yesterday, had a lot of things going on, and I was in the bed by about 10 o'clock. And I didn't actually even know who was playing until recently, and I didn't know who won until this morning when one of the members of the yoga studio, one of our yogis, told me. While I'm not a fan of football and I'm not a sports fan in general, I am a fan of high performance athletes. I have always been just super impressed by the amount of work and commitment and dedication that it takes to reach a certain level of mastery in anything, whether it be business, your personal life, motherhood, fatherhood, familyhood, athletes in particular. And I'm just fascinated by the work and how much they sacrifice and what they're willing to do to reach that peak performance, and just to have an opportunity to share their talents with the masses. And I'm really always intrigued and inspired by just their level of passion about their game, their particular sport, and their desire to push themselves to go beyond what some people might think is even humanly possible. So again, while I'm not a big sports fan, I do really admire athletes. And I really appreciate the fact that these games are good opportunities for community. People come together, they hang out, they have a good time. It's really awesome to look at and to hear about people sharing, where they watched the game and who they spent their time with, etc. This morning, though, I have to say, and I thought this before the day after the Super Bowl, we spend so much time celebrating these athletes. Deservedly so, because again, it's a lot of work. And even, different celebrities who do great work as artists, as singers, as dancers. But then what happens is after the hoopla, right? After the game last night, for example, a lot of folks went to bed and slept next to people they don't even really like. A lot of people got up that next morning, this morning, and went to jobs, went to work at places of employment that don't really inspire them, that really drain their energy. A lot of folks woke up this morning after spending last night celebrating the accomplishments of other people and celebrating the mastery of other people. A lot of folks got up this morning and went back to their humdrum, everyday, feeling unfulfilled lives. Not to say that a life outside of the spotlight is the unfulfilling piece. That's not what I'm saying at all. But people who know good and well that there are aspects of their life that they really, really want to change, or they're not satisfied with, or they feel somehow disappointed in, they get up after spending all that time last night watching other folks go for their own goal, playing their Super Bowl, and then we get up the next day and regulate ourselves back to the sidelines of life. Nobody's cheering us on, and we're not even cheering ourselves on. We spend all that time, all that money, all that effort cheering on perfect strangers who could pass you in the street, don't know you from a can of paint. But when it comes to your own life, when it comes to our own being, we can't muster up that same level of enthusiasm. We can't muster up that same level of just excitement and inspiration. I know that when I see athletes performing, doing their thing, I get completely inspired just by the mastery, and it moves me to want to do more in my own life. I'm very fortunate to be affiliated to one of what I think is one of the world's top contemporary ballet companies, Complexions. And through my affiliation with that company, I've got to work with and be alongside some dancers, legends in the dance world, and be up close and watch them create and watch them produce. And then it inspires me to go back in my own space and do more and be more. I have young people who I mentor who are killing it in the real world. They're working as creative directors and dancers and choreographers and trying to, make their mark. And every time I see one of their videos or one of their products, I get really hyped, I get really amped and inspired by them. And so I use that inspiration to fuel my work in my own space, to fuel my life. So whether it's trying to improve my work as a yoga instructor, improve my work as a coach, or all the various things that I'm doing, I draw inspiration, but I allow it to move me forward. I don't just sort of cheer everybody else on and clap for everyone else. And I'm always happy for other people. But at the same time, I make sure that I can turn that applause around and give it to myself. And that same support and cheering that I'm doing for everybody else, I need to do that for myself. So when I'm looking at celebrities, when I'm looking at sports, when I'm looking at art, yes, I enjoy it for the sake of it. And I marvel at just the level of craftsmanship and expertise that other people can bring to bear. But then I use that to inspire me to come up higher in my own life, because I refuse to sit on the sidelines. I want to be on the field, on the starting team, in that arena, and nobody else has to cheer me on, but you best believe I'm going to cheer myself on. So my message today for this week is really, really simple, particularly for those of you who did enjoy that game last night, and particularly if your team won. Those of you who, if it's not the sports, maybe you were there for the halftime show and you got to see Beyonce and Coldplay and I think Bruno Mars, do their thing and get really amped and hyped about that. Be inspired by that. Celebrate that. Definitely celebrate their successes, because it's an awesome thing to witness. But then turn that enthusiasm around. Internalize that inspiration and allow it to help you propel yourself to that next level. If you're a choreographer, use what you saw last night during the halftime show to inspire you to get better at your own art. If you are an athlete, whether it's football or tennis or basketball, whatever that thing is, use what you saw, what you witnessed by those top athletes last night going for it. Use that to inspire you to go forward. If you're a business owner, if you're somebody who wants to be a better parent, if you want to be a better teacher, whatever that thing is that you say you want to do, whatever that calling is on your heart, on your life, on your spirit that you've been holding on to but you've yet to move forward, use the enthusiasm, use the inspiration that you got last night, that we got watching that Super Bowl, to move you forward. Don't just sit on it. Don't let it dissipate. If you woke up today because you were high and you're talking about high on life, and you were talking about the game and you're on Facebook and talking about what the outfit was and Beyonce dropped this album and so did, that's all great, but what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just as special. They're no more special than you. There's no extra special and it ran out when you got to the top of the line. You're special too. You're creative too. You've got a vision too. You've got a talent too. You've got a calling too. So be inspired by them, by the artists, by the celebrity, these people that we see out in the public eye who are doing these wonderfully impressive and phenomenal things, but allow yourself to be moved by them so that you can now use that energy and momentum to turn your life around into the direction that you want. Don't be settled. Don't settle for standing on the sidelines and cheering everybody else on. Get in the game. You get in the game. Get on the field. Get in the middle of it. Get dirty. Get tussled up. Do what you have to do. But allow yourself to live fully, and don't live vicariously through the celebrities and the sports people who get our momentary attention, because you got the rest of your life now that you got to lead. And you can't wait till the next game. You can't wait till the next Super Bowl or the next concert to get hyped and get amped. Get hyped, get amped about your own life. It's Super Bowl time. This is your Super Bowl. So get in the center of it. Get in the middle of it. Get down to the nitty and the gritty. Right? And get out there and do you. Live. If you're not satisfied with any aspect of your life, use the inspiration that you saw last night. Whatever artist you saw last night, or whatever sports person you saw last night that moved you and inspired you, allow that momentum to carry you through to your breakthrough, to your next thing. You have greatness in you just like they do. You are special just like they are. They're not more divinely gifted than you are. You have your thing. Take the time to cultivate it. Take the time to find it. Use the inspiration to move your life forward, because you deserve it. Okay, that's my message for today. I'm going to see you next week. I'm going to be with you regularly. I'll be a little more dressed up. Like I said, I'm a little casual. I taught today. Got our little Bikram yoga, hot yoga sweatshirt on. That's okay. I had to see you this morning. So you have a great day. Have a great week. Take care.